California Democratic representative is proposing a new ban on assault-style weapons and a government program to buy them back. Now, in an op-ed by USA Today, Representative Eric Swalwell suggested that we should ban possession of military-style semi-automatic assault weapons. We should buy back such weapons from all who choose to abide by the law, and we should criminally prosecute any who choose to defy it by keeping their weapons. Now, in his proposal, he says that we should pay about $1,000 per gun, depending on the style of gun, and he conceded that the cost to the government could run as high as $15 billion, depending on the price paid for each weapon. But he says it's a drop in the bucket compared to the $4 trillion the U.S. is expected to spend this year. He says, what is it worth to American taxpayers to not see our families, friends, and neighbors cut down in a hail of gunfire? Consider this an investment in averting carnage and heartache and loss. So this is a pretty big deal because prior gun control proposals never really talked about what we were gonna do about the assault style weapons that are already in circulation. And he's saying we need to buy them back. We need to get them off the streets, get them out of houses. And this is pretty revolutionary.
I'm split on this. I'm split on this because I keep thinking, hi guys, people in Flint still don't have running water that they can drink. You know, and they could use the 15 billion or whatever amount of money. And I just feel like I see where it makes sense and I see where it doesn't make sense. We have limited resources, so should we be spending them just enriching people that were poop crazy enough to buy these guns in the first place?
So yeah, that I don't find persuasive, I'll be honest, because we waste so much money on so many things. I mean, that tax cut cost us $1.9 trillion. That went straight to the rich and to corporations. 15 billion is nothing compared to that, and it would save a ton of lives. The other part of this that is interesting is that in Australia it worked. They did this,
right.
and it totally worked. They had a mass shooting in the 1990s. They banned assault weapons and bought back weapons, okay? And they have not had a single mass shooting since then. Us, on the other hand, we average one mass shooting per day in America. That's obviously, we're larger than Australia, but still stunning numbers, huge numbers. But Hannah's right, this is revolutionary. Not just ban assault weapons, we've done that before under Clinton. That's not the current law, but that would be amazing. We're nowhere near that right now. But buybacks, and then the one that's really going to get conservatives or gun rights owners, gun owners are upset is criminally prosecute people who don't give it back, which that's fighting words.
Well, but I mean that's just logic. If it makes sense. If these are now illegal and now you have one, it is illegal. I mean, what's so hard to understand about that? Move somewhere where it's legal if you want to keep your gun, because a lot of gun owners are small government anyway, so move to a small government that makes sense for your lifestyle. And as you know, I'm a gun owner, and I have been for many years. I live alone in Hollywood. I love going to, and the reason why I picked up shooting in the first place was because it terrified me. And I was sick of backing away from things that terrified me. And I was sick of things like guns and other things having power over me, and that fear always being over my head. So I got through it, I respect it, I understand it, and it's a big deal to me. That being said, I guess I'm kind of the opposite, because I think this is a great idea. I think this makes sense. I know it's expensive, but even optics means something. The rest of the country looks at, California, Silicon Valley, we're supposed to be on the cutting edge of everything, and we're not getting our crap together. So at the very least, show the rest of the country this is what we're willing to do.
Gina, do you own an AR-15?
Hell no! And that's exactly the point.
And let's talk about it. Like what you mentioned, Helen, as well. It's like a lot of the people that are buying these AR-15s are frankly
crazy.
Well, I'm just saying they are in lower income communities. They're predominantly white, and if we can persuade them with $2,000, $3,000 to give up these guns and not shoot up a school, I think that is the best money that we can spend as taxpayers, honestly. And the fact that we bring up the prosecution aspect of it, I mean, if we're willing to criminally prosecute people who, are carrying weed, let's criminally prosecute people who are carrying these assault-style weapons that are used in the military.
Yeah, well, that's a great point because, man, I wonder what's more dangerous, a joint or an AR-15?
Jeff Sessions may disagree with your point, but we'll hold back from that.
So would Dianne Feinstein until recently, until Allison Arson made her change her position. Anyway, in terms of the buybacks, though, look, I don't want people to get the wrong impression. You own an assault rifle. I'm with Helen. I think that's crazy. I don't get it at all. I don't know what you need it for. Are the deer that dangerous?
If you're that bad at hunting, go to Arby's because you shouldn't be shooting.
Right.
I don't understand the hunting argument at all.
Yeah,
But I don't.
I feel like people who are stockpiling AR-15s are not going to be the first ones on, in line to be like, yeah, I'll take your $2,000 to, here.
Yeah.
I just don't.
But they might. $2,000's a lot. I want to be clear though. Not everybody who owns an assault rifle is going to go shoot people, right? That's not the point we're making. But a certain percentage of the people who have assault rifles will. We know that. We know that for a fact. So if we get them off the streets, that means a certain percentage of people will not go on a rampage because they won't have an assault rifle. Or if they do, they'll do it with rope. Or, by the way, another gun, but that doesn't kill as many people, and hence will save a lot of lives. Two easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below, then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.